everyone and welcome to Learn with Saad. In this video, I will help you to learn basic English grammar, improve your English conversational skills, and drastically improve your vocabulary. This video will help you to do well in your IELTS tests, English reading, comprehension, writing, or any other English related test you may come across in your school or college. This video is for English learners who are at beginners level, intermediate, or at advanced level. Please remember that at the end of all these English videos, you will find 5 words at the end of the lesson which will help you to pile up your English vocabulary and have a good command on English language as well. All these words would be explained in full detail, so please make sure you watch my video till end. Time in English language is shown using grammatical structures referred to as tenses. In order to have good command on English speaking, writing, and reading, you need to have a good command on all these tenses. We have 12 verb tenses, 4 for the present, 4 for the past, and 4 for the future. For present, I will explain all of these of them in detail. So please make sure you take good notes of all the points given in it. I will cover present indefinite in full detail in this video. And at the end of the video, you guys would be able to use one of the most important tense in your daily life, in your writing tasks, and would be able to see it very closely in your reading tasks as well, in school, in newspaper, or anywhere. So here we have all the verb tenses in English for present, past, and the future one. 4 for the present, 4 for the past, and 4 for the future. 12 altogether. We got 12 tenses altogether. How they've been divided is like present indefinite simple tense, present continuous or progressive, present perfect or present perfect progressive one. And same for the past, past simple or past indefinite, past continuous or past perfect progressive or continuous. Same for the future one as well. Today I will cover present simple tense in full detail. So for all the tenses, present continuous, present perfect, and all the remaining ones, I will dedicate one video to each of them, so you guys understand it in full detail. So this is for present indefinite. Again, the same thing which I just told you guys is used to show or express an action in present. So 6 scenarios where we use it. First one is expressing habits, second one repeated actions, universal or general facts for fixed arrangement, and with future constructions. So I'm going to explain you all of it in full detail. The first tense we are going to cover today is present simple or present indefinite tense. The present simple or present indefinite tense is used to express or show an event in the present. I'm gonna now show you 5 scenarios where we use present indefinite tense mostly. There are 5. First one is in expressing our habits. Second one is in our repeated actions. Universal facts, third one, for fixed arrangements, and with future commitments or structures. So in terms of expressing habits, the present indefinite tense we use it like he sleeps late every day. That's his sleeping pattern, which is its habits. Next one, she only eats vegetarian food. That's also can be considered as an habit. Most Asians drink tea in the morning. They go to church on Sunday. The repeated or regular pattern or the habits you see in any routine, you can use present indefinite tense where you see there is an expression or habits being reflected in it. The things which we do in our usual routine, daily routine, in those ones we can use present indefinite tense. So that's the next one, the repeated action, the things we do repeatedly, like we catch the train every morning. So every morning you're catching the train, that shows a repetition of an action. They drive to Japan every winter. That's the next one as well. Like they do these things repeatedly. So we can use present indefinite tense for repeated actions as well. The third one is universal facts or the general truth. Wherever you see you need to explain or express anything where things are general truth or facts. Let's have a look at the example. Sun rises in the east and sets in the west. We all know about this fact that the sun rises from the east. So you can use present indefinite tense in this scenario as well. Water is colorless. There's no color of water. So that's also a general truth and a fact as well. Water freezes at 0 degrees and boils at 100 degrees. That's also a universal fact as well. So these are all the general truths and universal facts. So you can use present indefinite as well. So right now what I'm doing is basically telling you all the scenarios. I'm just explaining the scenarios to you first, in which scenarios or cases you can use present indefinite tense. How to use it, I'll explain it to you in a little while. If you have a fixed arrangement to discuss or tell anyone, you can use present indefinite tense as well. For example, James' father arrives tomorrow. That's fixed and a noun thing. So you know you can use present indefinite tense. The next one is, the example is the football World Cup starts on the 26th of October 2024. So that's also a fixed arrangement as well. So we can use present indefinite tense for that. The last one is for the future constructions. So if anything which happens in, for example, let's have a look at this example. We will pay him when he finishes the job. So we will pay him, that's the future thing. And then, but in the second part of the sentence, we are using present indefinite tense. When he finishes the job, I will see him before I leave. So the first part tells us about the future incident or thing. Before I leave is the present indefinite tense. So overall, these are all the 5 ones we gone through scenarios. Wherever you see you go to express habits, repeated actions, universal facts, fixed arrangements, or with future constructions, you can use present indefinite tense. Now I'm going to show you how to write and how to form or have the structure of present indefinite tense. Now, after the scenarios, I'm going to explain you about the structure of the present indefinite tense. To construct or to write a sentence in a present indefinite tense, as you have seen in all the notes as well, we have subject, we are going to have the subject plus first form of the verb and the object. So with he, she, it, name or a singular, you need to use the first form of verb, plus you also need to write s or es with it. Just like if I give you an example, she goes to school. Like with she, go is the first form of the verb, and then we will use es with it. He goes to work. Same with he as well. With any singular, singular means basically with one person or anything singular, you will also use s or es with it as well. So he, she, it, they, we're going to use he, she, it, we will use first form of the word plus s or es. Now with plurals, they and we will just use first form of the verb, but we would not use s or es with it. Here is the structure of the sentence. The first part you're going to have mostly is the subject. What is included in the subject is basically he, she, I, they, it, or we or they one as well. And then what we do then we will have the first form of the verb. Please remember that we always gonna use the first form of the verb in it. Always first form of the verb in the present indefinite tense. And then the final part is object one. Let's have a look at the first sentence. He, that's a masculine. He goes. He is a subject. Goes is the first form of the verb to school. Then one important thing with this one, before I explain all the example, I want you to have a look at this another part. With he, she, it, name, or with the singular. Again, with he, she, it, name of any person, place, or a thing, or with a singular, one person, you're always going to use, with first form of verb, we would use s or es. S or es with he, she, it, name or singular with first form of the verb. As you can see in this example, he, go is the verb, and then we're using es or es with it. So in this one, the go is the first form of the verb, and then what we're doing with it, the es part, the reason we're writing it here, he goes to school, is because with he, we'll write the first form of the verb, and then s or es we will write next with the verb in it. Now with the second one, what you can see in the subject, we have got she. So like I told you before, with he, she, it, or name of any person, you will have the first form of the verb, and then you go to what you got to do is you go to write s or es with it, with the first form of the verb. So we have she here as the subject, and then we go eat. So what we're gonna do, s or es, we would write s next to eat, which will make it eats. She eats food every single day. So that's how you write the sentence in present indefinite tense. So let's have a look at this third example now. I write a letter. So when it comes to I write a letter, we say we, they, and plural ones. Just gonna use I also as well. We need to, with I, we, they, and plural ones, we'll just write the first form of the verb. We'll just write the first form of the verb. Now we don't need to s or es. We don't need to write them down. just the first form of the verb. So let's have a look. I write a letter. In this one, just the first form of the verb, just the first form of the verb. I can say, I write a letter. Now see for the next one, when it comes to they, more than one person, they, plural. When you have more than one person, we use the term they. So in they go to school, we don't need to write S or ES into it, just the first form of the verb, just this first form of the verb. Now it comes, the next one is a son. Son is a singular term, only one son thing. Son, then what we need to do for the singular ones, let's see, single one thing, what we need to do, we need to write S or ES with the verb. So sun rises in the east. The examples of the plurals and they and we is, I'll give you very simple examples so you guys will understand. We go to work, and then they spend their holidays in Greece, and then children make mistakes. So if you see in all these three sentences, I'm just using the first form of the verb. Again, if I'm just briefly going to explain everything again. He smiles, she smiles, I smile. With I, we will not use S or ES. Please keep these important rules on top of your head all the time, and it should be all okay with dealing with present indefinite or present simple tense. So this is now in tabular form. I, you, we, they, he, she, it, David. Now I've made some sense. I love cricket. First form of the verb only, because with I, first form, you walk fast. Only the first form of verb. With we, read newspapers. First form of the word, because with I, you, we and they, we only need to write first form of the verb, and here are the sentences in front of you as well. When it comes to he, she, it, or the names, you're going to have S O E S with it. So please take note of all these sentences and practice them and try to make the similar sentences yourself as well. Okay, now we are in our last section, vocabulary words and sentences section, please. In this one, I'll tell you a word. We will choose 5 words. The first word is regard. The meaning of regard is consideration or attention for something or someone. Like when the meaning in terms of consideration, or when you consider it. Let's have a look at the first example. Would you regard him as a good person? Here the meaning of regard is in terms of consideration, like would you consider him as a good person? That's the similar thing. And the next one is, like kings, dictator has little regard for their subjects. Like the kings and dictators, they consider very little or have little attention or consideration for their subjects. Subject basically means the people who are under them. Last sentence 3 is also in terms of consideration. Like trees are regarded as a symbol of strength. Trees are regarded. Regarded here means considered as a symbol of strength. This word is commonly also now. Another meaning of regard we use in terms of a greeting at the end of a letter or email communication. For example, if you have received any email or letter, you'll see, I'm writing this email with regards to my tuition fees. Like if you are writing an email, or if you have received an email then you will see that the word regard is being used as well in terms of consideration as well, attention, or you are referring to something. The last one for the regard is give my regards to your mate, uncle or friend, is in terms of the greeting. So at the end of a letter, also we use best regards, the terms as well, for in letters or email communication. The next one is durable. The durable means something or someone that lasts a long time, or stable. The first example for the word using durable is English oak trees slows its growth in order to produce strong and durable wood. That means strong and long-lasting wood. The second sentence for construction, pine wood is more durable than steel. Like durable in this sentence tells us that the pine wood would last longer than the steel. The third one, France and Germany relations are durable or stable or long-lasting one as well. The third word is batter. Batter means to repeatedly bang or hit something. Examples: James' face was battered and bruised after the accident. So basically James' face was repeatedly hit or banged during the accident, and then that's why we're using the term battered. Second one, the book cover was battered and bruised, and there were even few torn pages. So the book was also hit or thrown or banged. That's why we're using the words batter in this one. The meaning of batter is to repeatedly bang or hit something. Last two words for today is adore. Adore means when you have regard with utmost love and respect. When you like or admire someone so much, or worship. I adore the way you talk. So when you like something or someone so much, you can use the term adore. Basically the word adore. A mother always adores her kids. James adores his new job. And the last one, opposite to the meaning of adore, is basically the despise. Despise means to dislike or disregard or hate someone. I don't want to despise you. Basically in this one sentence, he's trying to say that he doesn't want to hate the other person. Students despise to take notes during the lesson. They despise long drives. So in most of them, or in almost all of them, we have used present indefinite tenses as well. So you can see how we can use present indefinite tenses in other ones as well. So basically in all of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tense, we have used present indefinite tense.